So what my redesigns are, so it's either a Leica or a Bowie, and as you can see the Leica would lose me quite a bit of length. Yep, and this is just about as tedious as it gets. This is my tin of water I use to keep the blade cool. The ice. So it's pretty cold in this garage. There is already dropping. So if I go for a Bowie, I get more length. So I'll cut this out, grind it up, I'll give it some cutting tests and see if the edge is alright. See you in a bit. Now obviously I'm not trying to teach all you knife gurus out there how to suck eggs, but if anybody's into the stock removal, what I've done is I've cut almost through. So if you have a look there, I've cut almost through. Rather than cut all the way through and the hot bit flies somewhere, I've cut so there's enough on there to grab hold of it with pliers, take it off and drop it in my water tank. That way the hot bit, as far as I'm concerned, is out the way and I'm not going to have a piece of metal landing on the floor God knows where. Okay? See you in a bit. Right, now what I'm doing in my own sweet way is on the belt grinder thing I got over there, I'm actually running it across like this, but spending more time on the belt at the front section so that I'm removing more material. So if you should just be able to see, it's thick there and you got that tapering from just as the clips point start, that tapers out. How close you can see I don't know. If you look down it, there's a spine, I haven't worked on that yet. Can you see that that tapers down? So the time that you do a bit of work on the clip there and there, you should have a reasonable piercing tip, rather than a big slab body where the all the edge is on the profile there. We actually want it tapering like an arrow for motions like that. So I'm spending more time on the grinder. If that drill bit was to start the grinder, I'll be there going and then across to there and then back and then hanging around like that. Okay? So I'm doing the slab sides as flat as possible. I'm getting absolutely flat on the body of the knife, with my fingers well away from that edge. Dash a WD-40. and I got the coarser side of this dual grain stone. Moving in one plane, backwards and forwards, so I don't end up with crazy marks on there. Right, that's probably about a quarter of the way. Long way to go yet. Yep. This is why my knives take anything up to 10 weeks to make. Because I've got to find time to disappear in the garage for hours on end doing this. Right, so that's flat on the body. Then I find the angle of the blade, the bevel, and around the sweep of the Bowie at the bottom there, up and down, up and down. And this is the first, this is just the coarse side. If I had a KMG, I'd be laughing. And obviously there's only one way to be sure. Beat the crap out of it. So I'm going to hit it across grain. I'll put a basic utility edge on there. It's pretty sharp. And I'll just see if the edge folds over. If it does, I've got to harden the whole thing. So if you can get that in there, just give it a bit of a battering. Just hit it across grain, all along the whole length of it. I'm not actually trying to chop, just giving it a nasty workout. Still sharp. Okay, does it cut? Still sharp. That ain't bad. I mean, there's no handle on the thing yet, and that's really hard to hang on to. Look at that. No handle. I think we're under a winner there. Yep. So, with a lot more work and a handle on him, I got myself a 7.5–8 inch Bowie. Cool.